You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. I'm Santa, your host. Yesterday, we spoke about the destroyer, the creator, and the ruler. Those are three Jungian archetypes that we encounter in our lives. We talked about how to identify those archetypes and best practices in managing personal and professional relationships with them. Today, we're unpacking the last three Jungian archetypes, which are the magician, the sage, and the jester. By the way, if you do not know your Jungian archetype, you can take a free quiz to find out. I provided a link in this podcast and in my blog. The magician archetype, which we'll start with first, delves into the fundamental laws of science, and in order to comprehend how to, control and manipulate situations, influence people, and turn visions into reality. The magician wants to impel transformation or change in some form. They possess significant power, so the magician's ultimate aspiration is self-transformation, ascending to maybe a higher level of existence. On the shadow side, the magician manifests in ill-intentioned ways, diminishing the greater for the lesser, engaging in such acts that occur whenever we devalue or degrade ourselves or others, or limit options and opportunities. This always results in a diminished sense of self-worth. The shadow magician also represents the facet of a person that's capable of inflicting harm on themselves as well as others through negative thoughts and actions. The magician can usually be found in roles where they have the potential of affecting transformation, like therapists, writers, scientists, software developers, musicians, and doctors, among many, many other roles. The best way to manage the magician archetype in the professional sphere is by delegating tasks and projects that have the potential of transformation within the workspace. It can look like assignments that impact day-to-day work, the organizational structure, or research on new innovative tools that helps to streamline processes. Much of this will, of course, depend on the role. Most importantly, reassure them that they matter and that their work is important to the organization. Remember, the magician is all about the transformational impact they can potentially have in their respective spaces and company-wide if possible. In our personal sphere, the magician will feel valued when you share that their help, guidance, or advice has impacted their lives favorably. They want to feel that they are helping you become a better you. The 11th Jungian archetype is the sage. The sage archetype is dedicated to uncovering the truth. He's the truth sayer. They have the power to liberate through their truths. By resisting the allure of rigid beliefs, the sage moves towards wisdom, enabling us to view the world and ourselves with clarity and objectivity. Through objective analysis of our actions and choices, the sage helps us to navigate our path and make necessary adjustments. On the shadow side, on the fall, the sage may manifest as a detached and judgmental figure, characterized by cold rationality and a lack of empathy. The shadow aspect may manifest as a sense of superiority, criticizing both ourselves and others for perceived shortcomings or failures. The best way to manage people with the sage Jungian archetype on a professional and personal level is to provide them with opportunities for intellectual stimulation and growth. Encourage them to share their knowledge and insight with others and give them the autonomy to explore new ideas and concepts. It is important to respect their need for solitude and reflection, while also fostering a collaborative environment where they can engage in meaningful discussions and debates. By recognizing and valuing their wisdom and expertise, you can empower them to make valuable contributions to the team and in your life as well. The sage might come across as a know-it-all, but it's important to understand that it's not their intention. They really just want to help avoid unnecessary mistakes. The 12th archetype is the jester or the fool. The fool encourages us to embrace the journey of our lives, while the fool really may sometimes be associated with laziness and indulgence. The positive aspect of this archetype really invites us to infuse joy into every aspect of our existence by demonstrating how to infuse our work, relationships, and even the mundane tasks that we do every day with a sense of playfulness. The jester teaches us to find pleasure in the present moment. The ultimate goal of the fool or jester is to simply appreciate life in all its complexity, embracing its contradictions and its challenges. The fall of the fool and jester, or the shadow side, can manifest as a glutton, a sloth, or a lecher, consumed by base desires and lacking self-discipline. This represents a distortion of this archetype where pleasure-seeking behavior overrides any sense of dignity or self-control. It's important for individuals embodying the fool or jester archetype to be mindful of these tendencies and strive to channel their energy in a more balanced and constructive manner. The best way to manage the Jester Jungian archetype at work and in our lives is by setting clear boundaries and expectations. It's important to provide opportunities for them to express themselves and to contribute their unique perspectives, while also ensuring that they understand the importance of meeting deadlines and fulfilling responsibilities. The Jungian archetypes is one of my favorite topics, and many other tools have sprung from Jung's original text, like the Myers-Briggs personality type indicator system, which we'll start talking about in our next episode. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. Follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Do This First. You can also read a transcript of this podcast on my blog, dothisfirst.life. Tomorrow, we'll start talking about the Myers-Briggs personality indicator system and how you can apply that to your own life, personally and professionally. Until tomorrow. Moving past the rain, moving past the pain, or past the color blue. I see power in you. Past welded you down. Look around, they can't be found. I see a champion in you. I see a champion in you.